Mr. Speaker, following the outcome of the UK-EU summit earlier this week, will the Leader of the House grant a debate in government time about the state of British democracy? On the 23rd of June 2016, 70% of my constituents in Romford voted to leave the European Union, as did the rest of the United Kingdom. Yet this so-called EU reset is, in fact, a surrender of our hard-won Brexit freedoms. Rule-taking from Brussels once again, ECJ back in charge, British fish handed over to 2038, and billions of payments back to the European Union. Will the Leader of the House please let the British people's views be paramount and not the short-term views of this government?
Well, I think what people voted for in the referendum was to leave the European Union, but to retain many benefits of trade and cooperation, which his government failed to negotiate in the aftermath of that referendum, and this government has brought about. And he can't have it both ways, because one of the promises that his government made was that leaving the EU meant we could do lots of other free trade deals with other countries. That's what this government has delivered. A trade deal with India, unique and unprecedented, and a trade deal with the US as well. So we can't have surrendered ourselves to the EU if we're getting those trade deals at the same time as securing the benefits. And he will know that in actual fact, what has happened since we've left the EU is that we've had to adopt all the standards and regulations from the EU in order to continue trading with them, but we've had absolutely no benefit from doing that. And now we've got those free trade benefits as well as doing that. So I'm sorry to say, our deal is far better than the deal that his government got.